what was it called?
For steps.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
He signed up for it for like 2 or 3 times.
Well, the first time, yes, and then we had something going on in Boise, and then the second time he said, no, I think you laughed and said, no, we don't need that, and then
No,
because we went to try to go to first step, and then
I laughed because he kept making schedule and then he doesn't attend.
because we had other things
Like,
going
you
on.
can't make schedule and not attend. I feel like that's disrespectful. Like, people expect you to show up. You don't just make a schedule and then don't show up. Like, so that's why I'm like, babe, there's no point in you scheduling if you're not gonna be there.
Well, because every time I would schedule it, there was something going on, and we never attended.
But your first commitment should be what you set first, which was,
So then I would pretty much just leave you guys.
yeah, well, we could have gone with you as a family.
No, but you guys didn't. You guys had other plans. You guys didn't want to go. So
I didn't have any other plan, did I?
yeah. So pretty much I was gonna stay at the church, and you guys were gonna leave. That was the first time, and then I just went with you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we in church. Our relationship has gotten a lot better. I think now we know what we want. I know I want to be with him. He wants to be with me, hopefully, right?
I'm joking.
But when we first got together, guys, even the church he was going to, the pastor and his wife didn't even want him to be with me. So we have many obstacles. We have my family and friends telling me not to be with him. He also had his church telling him not to be with me, and his mom even say to like just be friend with me instead of pursuing something more in our relationship. I remember you telling me that. So you know, both of us have people in our life that told us, you know, not to be with each other, but we overcome that and we knew what we wanted.
It's like a balancing thing. It's just pretty much between you and God, and obviously if your relationship is hurting, it's just because you're not close to God.
So I knew that God approved him for me, and I wanted to be with him.
I knew that God approved me.
So we,
even though if it was a rough terrain, because I mean, we're human. It's an obstacle that we're gonna encounter, rough terrain. I mean, physically and mentally, you know what I mean? God gives us the tools and provides us with it, but it depends on what we do with them. And also, the enemy is trying to destroy marriages, you know? And so that's what he would try to do. Just, it's all in your head, you know what I mean? Just change your perspective about mindset, and you'd be okay. Because everything will be okay. Everything will turn out fine. It's just, you need to change this and change this.
And you can't listen to everything people tell you. Like, yes, you listen to advices from people, but you also pray if you're a Christian, but also take into consideration what you think is best for you. Like, I know Chris, I know his heart. Like, yeah, he made a mistake of, you know, doing whatever, but we all make mistakes. We all sin. We're not perfect people. You know, like some sin you can see more clearly than other sin, hidden sin. People are not perfect. You may say, oh, I don't sin, but you do sin. We sin every day. We are without sin. So I can't just look at that one incident and be like, oh, I don't want to be with him, you know, because I knew his heart. I knew the type of person he was, and he is still, and I love that about him. And so I could have listened to my family and friends. I could have listened to the voices telling me not to be with him, but I knew that this was the person that I wanted to be with, and I know that God wanted me to be with him. So.
And if we did listen to those voices, I don't think we would have been with each other or at Esmeralda.
This precious girl.
Yes.
She's the best. And so, yeah, our marriage is a lot better. We love each other. We don't argue that much anymore.
Oh.
Except when I'm cranky.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have your woman things going on. Like, dang. But, I mean, it's knowing the fact that how to resolve that mentally and physically, and how to speak to you in a way. Obviously, now it's more of a positive thing than more of like a negative thing between her and I. She looks at it, even though we're trying to be serious, we kind of joke about it.
About what?
So like something that would pretty much make us mad or something like that, we kind of laugh it off.
Yeah, we just don't take things too deeply anymore.
Into heart, pretty much.
Yeah, we just like, but I feel like because we know each other better now, that like something that would simply take us off, it doesn't do it much anymore. Like, we're just like, oh.
But it was more of the communications, like, okay, well, I'm not trying to yell at you, I'm not trying to do this is just how the way I talk, or you know what I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to you, you know, when I laugh or when I'm just like telling you something serious, but I laugh, that means I'm like not really serious, or I'm just joking, or when I do laugh, you know.